Hi everybody, we're going to wait for everyone, starting at 7 p.m, but I thought I'd get in there early. Just going to check I've got everything. I've got my chicken and my tofu, coriander, all my paprika, my dried sage and rosemary.
Hi Chelsea, you came. And about Claudia.
Oh hello, of course, it's the whole nursery. Okay, we're going to start in a couple of minutes. We're making paprika chicken. We are making paprika tofu for the vegetarians. We're making quinoa with vegetables, stir-fried with vegetables, roasted butternut squash, and some guacamole as well. So we're going to try and get that all done. I don't think it's going to be 30 minutes because of the chicken. I think the chicken's going to need a little bit longer. So the tofu will be ready. So I'll probably serve up the tofu, but I probably won't get a chance to serve up the chicken. But we'll see, because that'll take about 40 minutes because it's got a bone in it. So
hi Nelly Ann.
That's Anne,
Yeah.
that's Sarah's mum. Hello, thank you for the lovely, lovely stockings. I am going to post a picture of them a bit later. They're so cute, and there's going to be one for each classroom. And they had chocolate inside. That was just the sweetest thing. Thank you so much. And it goes to charity, which is amazing. So thank you for making those. Super talented lady.
And Rupa Suchak has joined us.
Hello, Rupa.
And Chelsea is in her koala outfit.
Hey, I'm glad you like that. You're going to have to post me a picture because I didn't see you today. I didn't go in today. I'm so glad you like it. That was Secret Santa. Apparently somebody she doesn't know in the whole nursery bought her this lovely onesie, but she thinks it's me, but I'm not allowed to tell her it's me. So we have to pretend it's not me. But she seems to think it is me. So she's got this koala outfit. Oh, somebody's in. Hi, Aneka. Aneka's just come in. She doesn't want to be on the camera. You can see the back of her leather jacket, but she just walked in through the door.
Hi.
Hi. There you go. Sorry, yeah, that's it. And by the way, today we're trying a new angle with the camera. And Harry, after his mistake last week of putting his hand over the mic, has actually bought a little microphone attachment, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me a lot better. But do tell him if you can't hear or you can't see or whatever.
Yes.
And he's got it the other way, the angle's the other way, so we're going to see how we get on with that angle, but it might be a bit different. Can I show you? Can I show you my kitchen, please? Look what's happening to my kitchen. Look. Oh!
Goodness.
Shock, horror. So I'm getting these are the colour swatch things I'm doing. I'm getting that's the one I'm going for. So there's light grey on the main walls and dark grey on the back wall. And I've got grey tiles, so the red's going. The red is going. After 10 years, or 12, 10, 12, how many years?
It has been 11 years.
11 years, the red is going. I felt I needed a change, a little bit of a revamp. I needed to brighten the place up a little bit, I think, as well. I love the red. I do love the red. I'm going to miss it.
Can I give a couple of shout outs,
yes,
please?
Yes.
We've got Jeevan.
Hello.
Ziva home.
Oh, hi.
John
Yes.
Bailey's joined us.
Hello, John. Chicken. You said chicken. I can't do the rice.
Daniela's here.
Hi, Daniela. Right,
Remy
let's get on.
Shah's here.
We're doing
Right, let's start.
paprika chicken. Chicken thighs I'm doing, but you could do chicken breast. I'm going to talk to you about calorie and fat and all the rest of it after, once I start doing it. So we're doing paprika chicken. I'm using chicken thighs, so that might take slightly longer to cook, but you could do chicken breasts as well. I'm doing tofu for the vegetarians to show them it is possible, and tofu is tasty. It isn't. It doesn't have to be bland. We're going to make some quinoa with vegetables, stir fry it with vegetables. I've got my butternut squash, which has been cut up and sliced and ready to go into the oven. And then I'm also going to make some guacamole as well. So I'm going to drizzle that first with some olive oil and stick it onto and put it in the oven. Not too much olive oil, just a little bit. Doesn't need really very much at all, so I'm just kind of just drizzling it on. So if you've got your butter, I don't think anybody's cooking with me today. I think that was it for Becky. Sarah might have been cooking. She said she might want to, but she might be busy. So you can put salt and pepper and whatever you want on that as well, but I'll do that later. So I'm going to stick that in the oven at the bottom because the chicken's going to go on the top. So that's gone in at about 180. Yeah, even 200's fine. That's okay. Sorry, I'm going to tie my hair up.
Blushing Bubbles has joined us.
Yes.
Kim
Right.
Chatrat, hello.
Hi Kim. Okay, so we've got to do the garlic. I'm going to make the paste first, the paprika rub thing. So we need some garlic. I need my knife.
Tabitha Chicken Parry is here.
Hello, Tabitha Chicken Parry. I'm using my pestle and mortar today to make the paste, and I've got some different types of paprika. So I've got normal paprika, which just doesn't have any, there's no heat in this paprika. Okay, so it's just normal. And then I've got, you can get sweet smoked paprika, and there's 2 different types. So this one is lovely, but this has got a little bit more, it's got a little bit of heat, but not too much. Don't tell the kids upstairs.
Shh. Keep it
There's
down.
no chili, no heat, none at all. And Bart's do one as well, which is smoked sweet paprika, and this doesn't have any, doesn't have too much heat, but they do have a lot more flavour and a lot more heat, so you have to be quite cautious with those. So we're going to use those in a minute.
Hi, Kirti Patel.
Hello, and I've got rosemary and sage dried herbs today, so we're going to kind of make a rub. Right.
Bina Buddy is with us.
Ooh, look, it's already started. I'm chucking them on the floor.
Good
right,
grief.
anyway. Sorry. Okay.
Your knife skills.
I know. I'm getting worse. It's getting worse. Right. I'm going to use I'm using 12. I've got 12 pieces of chicken here because we've got 6 for dinner, I believe. I think Prashant is here this evening for dinner.
He is. Mr. P is in the house.
So I'm using 4 cloves. No, I'm going to need about 6 actually for this.
Hi,
So,
Maria.
2, 4. Right. 6 cloves of garlic. So if you were doing less, just use less. And these are going to go straight into the pestle and mortar. So this is my pestle and mortar in there. So if you don't have a pestle and mortar, you can just chop the garlic finely and do it, make the rub in a bowl. But I love pestle and mortar. You'll know why in a minute. It's a great way of getting out your aggression, pestle and mortar. You can just bang that garlic and it's like, ooh, don't need a boxing ring at all.
Yeah, we usually leave the kitchen at that point.
Yeah, no, you don't. Don't. Okay, so chicken needs to go in as quickly as possible, and as I said, we may not be able to see the chicken being done, but we'll try. Right.
Alicia has joined us.
Hi, Alicia. Okay, so I'm going to put in my pestle and mortar. I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt.
Yep.
Okay. Teaspoon of pepper. Right. I am going to put in a teaspoon of sage. A teaspoon of rosemary. These herbs just add a little bit of extra oomph. Alright, and then you've got the paprika going in. Okay, now I'm going to add loads of paprika, so don't all be frightened, but it's got to cover 12, and I've also got to do some with the tofu as well. So let's use the tablespoon. This is the normal paprika. Okay, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons because I'm doing a lot of chicken, so don't all start getting. Oh my God, so much paprika. And I'm going to use. So this is the one I'm going to use, and
That's a smoke.
Oh, it smells like okay, you know the Pringles, sweet paprika Pringles.
Yes.
It smells like that. Also smells like chorizo or chorizo. I don't know how you want to say it, but one of those. I'm going to add in a teaspoon. Okay.
Maria's asking, is that chicken breast? No, chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs with the bone, Maria, but you could use chicken breast as well. Okay, I need a little bit of olive oil, just a bit to start, because I need to make it into a paste, and then I'm going to add some. I'm going to make. Okay, this might go everywhere. All right. So just get the pestle and mortar and start kind of pressing the garlic, because you sort of want to make a paste. Okay, so you need, this is where all that training in the gym comes in really handy, because you need a bit of muscle to do this. Works all those muscles.
Thank you, John Bailey.
Thank you, John Bailey, for this. This is, see, I am utilising the skills you are teaching me in the gym.
Nutritious Wanderlust has joined.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so
I wish I knew all of your real names. I would give you a shout out.
I know, yeah. If you want to write, if you join and you want a shout out, Harry will do that. But
Yeah,
he
next-
just needs to know your names because I can't remember while I'm cooking. I can only do one thing at a time. So I'm making a rub. I'm making a rub for the tofu and for that chicken. Okay.
So it's still
if you
fairly
have
dry, isn't it?
Very dry. It's very dry, but the oil has added a little bit of something, a little bit of moisture to it. The other thing is when you're doing this, if you add salt to the garlic, as I did, it actually helps to pulverize it, makes it easier to get into a paste. So there's no exact science to this. You can have your garlic pieces as big or as little as you want. Okay, now I'm going to give it some welly. Okay, you can do this all in the food processor if you want to, by the way, the little mini one if you've got one. You don't have to use a pestle and mortar. Okay, I'm going to add the juice of 1 lemon to that. So 1 fresh lemon. And I just fish the pips out afterwards, it's not a big deal. So just fish those out. This will kind of balance the heat as well. Okay, go. Right, so now what I need to do is just get the chicken into the tray. Mix this, of course, sorry. So you mix that into that. So you've got that kind of a rub.
And that's enough to coat.
Should be enough to coat. If you like it spicier, you want a thicker coating, that's fine, that's up to you. You can do that, make more. But I tend to, that should be enough for this. So these are, I'm using, as I said, 12 chicken thighs with the bone. And there was something on an Instagram post today about chicken thighs being really fattening, and you know how many calories and stuff they are. I just kind of want to say to people that there are lots of people out there doing calorie counting and stuff like that, and that is important. It's really, really important to, you know, for losing weight, for maintaining weight and all the rest of it. But that's not what I'm doing here. So all I'm doing is teaching you to, well, not teaching, hoping that you will all cook from scratch so that you're making healthier food, which doesn't have any E numbers and all the rest of it in it. And therefore it's better for you because you know what's going in. But I'm not saying it's low fat or high fat. If you wanted to make it, so with the chicken thighs, I'm leaving the skin on. You can take the skin off. If you take the skin off, you've got less fat straight away because the fat is in the skin and under the skin. Okay.
And you're not scoring the meat.
You're not scoring the meat.
Right.
The next thing is you could use chicken breast, and that's also going to take much quicker. The time that we do it, it will take quicker to cook, but it will also be less fattening as well. So I'm leaving enough of this paste on so that it's just a little bit. I'll probably halve that one a little bit. I need to save some for the tofu as well. Just make sure you've kind of got a little bit of everything, a bit of the garlic and all the rest of that. And then I'm going to get in with my hands and get kind of... Okay. So,
high rinks X.
okay. Then get in with your hands and kind of rub it in. So it's a rub. Rub your chicken, make sure you coat it.
All the way around.
All the way around, on the inside as well. This is quite nice on here. Okay, so I'm not scoring it. Now again, the other option that you could do if you're cooking chicken thighs is to put it on a rack. If you put the chicken pieces on a rack, the fat will drain down. It's like a goose if you're cooking goose. Some of you that cook goose, some of you are thinking, what are you talking about? That you put it on a rack and the fat will drain down, and therefore that's also less fattening, as it were. And a healthier option a better option if you were looking at calorie intake. So with the thing with calories and calorie intake is it's very individual for everybody. If you even look at an example of Harry and myself, between us, I'm continuously looking to put more calories in, and Harry is looking to reduce the amount of calories that he eats. So we've kind of devised a way where we eat the same foods, but we just look at the portion. So that's the other thing that's key. It's portion control. You've got to be mindful.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Sarah is my absolutely amazing and gorgeous hairdresser, who, not just a hairdresser, she's like everything. She just comes here, and then we all sit around, we do all fashion things and what we're going to wear, and she's amazing. Amazing person.
She's just like another daughter in the house.
Oh, bless you, Harry. That's very cute. She is. She's hilarious. So she's lovely girl. Absolutely amazing. Has helped in so many ways. So anyway, so it's about portion control. And when I've done this, when I finish, I'm going to then show you how Harry and I do our portions, because they're very different. Okay, I've rubbed that, and that's gone in. Okay, and that's going to go in the oven. About 180 or so. I don't know if you can put that in the oven, Harry. Can you do two things at the same time?
That would be difficult. Let's have a go.
Oh, your skills. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. You'll be in trouble. Okay, I'll do it. Here we go. I'll do it.
Here we go.
Hey, very good. Right.
And how are the butternut squash?
Butternut squash will be fine. That's all right. I've left the skins on the butternut squash because some butternut squash you can actually leave the skins on and they become soft enough for you to eat. So butternut squash, really healthy, loads of fibre, really good for you. If it's not a vegetable you eat normally, it's perfect at this time of year, and in autumn. Well, we're in winter now, but there still seems to be a lot around. Tofu. I'm going to do the tofu in slabs. So all you vegetarians out there,
Give a shout out to the Slim Sumo.
Oh, Chan, hello. Chan is superb. She has cookbooks and recipe books and all sorts of things. She's absolutely amazing. Big shout out to her. So if you want to go and follow her, you can. She is, like I said, she's got cookery, a vegetarian cookery book. I think it's vegan as well, Chan, is it? So, right, tofu. I'm slicing it this way.
Okay.
Okay? I don't need such a big pan. You could pan fry this, but I'm going to roast it because I need less oil for that. So, I'm going to grab one of these. Tofu won't take long, so that's not going to go in the oven until a little bit later. But I'm still going to marinate it. Okay, so same process again with the tofu. Rub it. So it's coated and it's covered. Now, of course, if you had time and you wanted to, you could do this in advance and you could leave it soaking. You could do this for a barbecue. You could do it in advance and let it marinate for a little while. And we were having a very interesting conversation about tofu on the 5 a.m. club, and there was some like, oh my god, tofu tastes like rubber, I think Anita said. And it does taste horrible. Tofu doesn't taste of anything at all until you start adding the flavour to it, so it's important to get that flavour in onto it, whether it's tandoori, masala, whether it's paprika, or whether it's a Chinese style. And for those of you that don't know, tofu is the curd of soybean. So it's not dairy, it's dairy free. So if you're dairy intolerant like I am, then this is perfect substitute. I use it in Indian meals as well to substitute, so does my mum. I'm only making 250 grams of tofu because there's not really anybody that will eat it except me and maybe Harry and Aneka. Actually, I think Aneka will have some. So that's going to go in. I might drizzle that with a little bit of oil in a minute, but that paste is all gone. So that was a lot of paste I made. It's all finished. So we are now start the quinoa. Okay, so the quinoa is next.
Sarah did say don't drop the chicken.
No.
But you know there's a hashtag for that, Sarah?
What's that? Don't drop the chicken, Harry.
No, hashtag blame Harry.
Blame Harry. Hashtag blame Harry. Yeah, okay. If you are cooking with me or if you're going to cook with me, hashtag Mirabogle, please, because it's so lovely. I love seeing all your stuff. When Becky did it last week, it was brilliant. It was so good. But if you can, then just hashtag. I'm putting that aside. I'm going to start with the quinoa. So, now, quinoa. Absolutely. Quinoa. Source of fibre, source of protein. Amazing stuff. For you vegetarians out there, it's absolutely amazing. For you non-vegetarians, it's also brilliant. So, you know, and if you're training and you're doing all of that, you need your protein. So this is great. I'm going to cook the whole packet because there are 6 of us eating today. So literally the whole packet just goes in. All right.
And it's so easy, even I can do it.
Yeah, literally, it is brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm just putting everything in there. I'm actually going to put, I'm using stock, fresh homemade stock. And I'm not being like, you know, posh about it. This is, when we steam our vegetables, the water that's left in the pan underneath, that's what that is, vegetable stocks. Don't throw it away. It's, you don't need to throw it away. So I'm pouring the water in here. I need a little thing to stir it.
Sarah's friend Emma is also with us.
Hi, Emma! Emma came to the party. Emma came to Ruth's party.
I know.
Yeah, oh, lovely.
We all know.
Hope everything's going well in your lovely home as well. You've got a lovely new home. Hope that was
So
all
what
right.
volume of stock are you adding to 500
What's that? Probably
grams?
about 500 mils? A bit more? I will, when I do the recipe, I'll weigh it out.
750 mils, I think, almost.
Yeah,
that one.
750. So I'll weigh that out. I will get all the measurements to you when I'm doing the actual recipe. I am going to put a pinch of salt. Just a little tiny pinch of salt. Not much. Okay. And that's going to go on the back stove. I think, well, no, actually, you can go on the front. Let's see. Will it light today? Yay!
Fantastic.
But I might actually want
Modern
to go.
wonders.
I might do it on the back one. The back one's bigger. Yeah.
And that lights as well. What's going on today?
I know, I don't know what's happened. Did you have somebody in to do that?
No.
There's no catastrophes happening today, but there is still time. There is still time for it all to go
The
wrong.
engineer's coming on Wednesday.
There is time for it all to go wrong. Right, so for those of you who are joining me joined a bit later, I used 2 different types of paprika. This paprika, which was slightly more heat, it's sweet smoked paprika.
That's the smoked one.
Yeah, and that's a normal paprika. Right. This one smells amazing. It smells like the Pringles paprika chips. Also smells like chorizo, or whatever you want to call it. And that's quite good. Right, so the quinoa's gone on. That has to go to the boil. Quinoa's it's like rice, so not like couscous. If you're doing couscous, you'd open a packet of couscous. You pour the couscous into a bowl, and you pour hot boiling water over it. Add your salt, pepper, some mixed herbs, and stir that in. Put a lid over it, put a tea towel over it, and that will steam. So that's all you need to do with couscous. With quinoa, you need to cook it like rice. Okay, so you put it in the pan, you put water on it. Once it starts to boil, I will then let it simmer, and then you simmer it for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. That's all right. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is make the vegetables, which I'm going to stir fry and put in the pan. All right.
Yep.
So we are going to start with some garlic. I told you guys to have about 10 cloves of garlic. So I've used 6 in the chicken mixture, in the paprika chicken. Again, garlic is to taste. We love garlic because things taste much better if we have garlic and when we use garlic. So I'm going to use 2. Is that 2? Yeah. Well, it was 1. 1 pretending to be 2. I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic in the
vegetable mix.
Yeah. There. Okay, and I've got my leek, and I've got the courgette. So we've got leek, courgette, red pepper, and sweet corn to go into the mix for the quinoa, so the vegetables. So this meal is a good meal. It's balanced, and when you're thinking about meals, it's really important to try and do that as well. Especially if you're vegetarian, but also if you've got children as well, giving them a varied diet is hugely important. Okay, so that's going on. I'm going to put that on a slightly low heat for the minute.
There is something wrong with this stove.
Why?
Everything's lighting.
I know, it's because I told it off. I put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. Put less if you don't want to use olive oil. You are in control of how much oil, how much salt, how much stuff you put in. So just make sure you do that. Okay, so
Here's the knife skills.
chop your these are knife skills I learnt at home, you know. These are not life. Nobody taught me this. I tell you who did. Once upon a time, I saw, and Kim, this is for Kim, but it actually is. I saw my uncle Ranjit chopping. I used to love watching him cook. He used to love cooking, and he used to cook delicious curries. I mean, Auntie Melanie cooks. That's where I actually learned lots of my inspiration for cooking from my mum, Auntie Melanie. But I once saw him in the kitchen chopping garlic and ginger, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. Did you know that, Kim? Did you know that your dad had amazing chopping skills? Okay, so the 2 cloves of garlic are going into the pan. Okay, hold on a minute, everybody. We need a little bit of a trump.
Look who's here!
Yay!
At the same time, Rhea Ricketts has come, and Cherise
Oh,
in the house.
Cherise. Is there a conspiracy going on?
No, I think Cherise is late.
Oh,
It wouldn't be the first time.
Cherise.
Would not be the first time.
Cherise. Right, I'm doing the leek now. Garlic has gone in. And I'm doing the leek again. Watch that. Oh no! Turn it back. Turn it back. Turn it back. It's just.
Oh, here he is.
So close to the camera.
Where is Ela?
She's
Hello.
there.
Where?
She's gonna watch.
I think she's there somewhere.
Is she there? Ela, he's here.
Look, these guys are so natural on the camera. This generation, my goodness.
I know.
Right.
It's worrying. Right. So garlic's gone in.
Yep.
Call us when it's dinner.
What
Don't-
time's dinner?
No, call
Call
us.
us when it's. Aren't you going to sit here and chat?
In a minute we'll come down and have it to the table.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit more than 5 minutes. It's chicken thighs.
No, but we'll come down in 5.
We'll come down in 5
Cherise
minutes.
says Rhea sandwich again.
Oh yeah.
Sarah says hi, Brash.
I think you need to go back to Prash. I think they're really
Some camera time.
We'll do fan club, please,
Would you
people.
just step back? See if you can set a close up.
You need to step away from the camera. Step away.
Me?
Yeah, that's you.
It's the Prash fan club, Rhea. It's not for you.
Excuse me. That's not
Sorry.
nice.
Get used to it. It's the Harry fan club and the Prash fan club.
Right, okay,
you
so
have
the
to
leeks
get
have gone in.
used to it. Yes. Can I just take you over here, please? That's the thing. The quinoa. And that's on the boil. So I'm just gonna start it to boil. I'm gonna turn that down. Okay.
How are we doing for time? What's the time?
It's not going to take 30 minutes. I will show this at 30 minutes, but it's not going to take 30 minutes because of the chicken. The chicken's going to take a lot longer to cook. So if you wanted it quicker, use chicken breasts.
Hi, Shilpa.
Hi, Shilpa. So just show everybody we've marinated the tofu. That's in the paprika marinade. We have got the quinoa on the pan. Okay. We've got the chicken in the oven. Chicken's in the oven here. Alright, but we're not probably going to get that done. And this is the butternut squash, which is looking very good. I think that's probably nearly, yeah. So I'd give it another 10 minutes and that will be done. I just drizzled that with olive oil. Okay, so leeks have gone in, courgettes going in. Don't worry about the size, don't worry about it all being the same. But this time next week, my self-stirring back pan, this time next week will be Christmas. Christmas Day. So whilst I would love to do a live, it may be a live, but it won't be cooking. Because I will hopefully have cooked everything I need to cook by then. If I'm still cooking at 7 o'clock on Christmas Day, there's something wrong. So what I'm going to do is do another live for those of you who want to know about dessert. We had Rash who wanted to know about how to make energy balls, which I will do. And
Becky Pitt, hello.
Hey, Becky. Okay, so energy balls and also the black bean brownies. So I make brownies with black beans.
And they're very quick to
And
make.
they're very quick. They don't have any fat in them at all, and no flour either. But they do have egg. So for those of you who can't eat egg, I do apologise if you're vegan, but they don't have any dairy. They just have egg. Okay, so that's the pepper. So when you're eating, another trick is to think about colours that you put in.
Apparently, can I share something?
Yes, of course.
Nelly Annie has let out a secret about Sarah when she was a baby. She used to steam the courgettes and then put it and feed it to her in a high chair to keep her quiet.
Oh, did Sarah like courgettes then? Or no, she didn't. Did you have to hide the courgettes?
They're still her favourite.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so we've got some sweet corn going in as well.
Yes.
Just a tin of sweet corn, salt-free, naturally sweetened. That's all going in. Alright, so that's going to stir it away.
Becky apologises that she's not cooking with us this evening.
Oh, no, that's alright. You can come and eat with us though. Sure, there'll be loads.
You can pull up a chair.
Pull up a chair. Anytime. Right, that's going in. So, to that, I'm going to add
What are you adding?
half a teaspoon of salt.
Yeah.
Okay, half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of pepper. And my good old favourite, if I can find it, mixed herbs. Mixed herbs. Aneka Sharma introduced me to mixed herbs.
This is the international saviour.
Yeah, it does wonders. There's nothing else you want to add to anything else. Just add
Nutrition
mixed herbs.
ME UK has joined us.
Oh yes, hello. Okay, so that's all going in. So that's just going to cook for a bit. I'm going to leave that.
Therese says that she didn't see you today.
Miss you. I miss you. I'm coming in tomorrow. I miss you all. I
And
miss
she
everyone.
thought that she saw you at the door, but apparently it was just a hot postman.
I look like a postman.
A hot postman.
I look like a hot postman. Did you just say I look like a postman? Like a man, not a postwoman.
This is Therese.
A sad face.
Yeah.
Really sad. Really sad.
She needs the binoculars, I think.
Really sad. That's just made me really upset. Okay, that's going to keep cooking for a
Just
bit.
a nice array of colours going
Yeah,
on.
lovely colours, lovely and fresh. So what we're gonna do with that is once that's cooked, once the quinoa's cooked, we're gonna add the quinoa into it and stir it all up together, and that will be your quinoa done.
Lovely.
We're gonna do now
Mm-hmm.
on to the next thing. How quick is all that actually? It's not too bad. We're gonna do the guacamole. Guacamole. Okay, we're gonna do the, sorry, excuse me. I wasn't meant to do that. Guacamole. Two ripe avocados. Let me tell you about avocados. So good for you. Seriously good for you. Good fats. Really, really, really good fats in there. Really good for you. But they are fattening. So, like anything else, like nuts, nuts have got good fats, they're good for you. Avocado, good fats, good for you. But if you eat them too often and too much of them, high calories. So just be careful. Those of you who think I'm going to be an avocado every day, no, don't do that. Really not a good idea.
Evening, Caroline.
Caroline Isaacs.
Caroline Isaacs is
Oh,
doing
hi
this.
Caroline, you're making guacamole. Okay, so as I said, just because something is good for you and healthy doesn't mean you can keep eating it. You've got to still watch out for how much you're eating and what you're consuming. Okay, these look quite good. Okay, I'm going to get I'm going to do it in this bowl so you can see what I'm doing. Now, and also, I've just found out that there are seedless avocados.
What?
Seedless avocados.
Where
so
are
I don't
they?
know how you slice your avocados. They're in the shops at the moment. Oh, That looks good. Now, how does everybody else get their seeds out? Now, can I just tell you, I don't do that. I don't. No, because you're gonna end up with an injury.
Slice the back.
So you either I do that and then chuck it out this way.
Wow.
Okay. I am not going to risk my fingers. So peel your avocado. Okay. Guacamole is really, really simple. If you were making this for children, one way of getting more dairy or dairy into their diet, especially if they're really young and they're not having that much milk and stuff and whatever, if you want to get more dairy into them, add a dollop of yogurt into this, and that makes it really silky smooth and very nice as well. So you're kind of getting a little bit of extra dairy into their diet. Sorry, I'm just going to wash my hands and start on the second avocado. So another nice one to make is avocado. This is a bit hard. Harry, you didn't get the right shopping. It's a little bit hard. Oh.
Don't be scared about the camera.
I am scared about the camera. I don't want to.
It's supposed to be perfectly right.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh.
Oh, they are. I have to have a moan at some point. Okay, so.
Yes.
Avocado. The other thing I was going to say. Sorry, a really nice another mixture. If you're going to make dips and stuff, I don't know if you like making dips. Like we love dips in our house. Is avocado, mint, and peas. Very, very nice. So the peas add a little bit of sweetness, and the avocado gives it that lovely smoothness as well. And that's a really nice one to have with Doritos or something. And it's healthy, and it also is great for the kids. Right. Okay. So there's my 4 halves of avocados. To this, I am going to add so my bin's getting very full. Okay, so to this I'm going to add the juice of 1 lime. Yeah. Squeeze that lime. Roll the lime. Okay. And squeeze the lime out into here. I am rubbish with lime because I find that they just don't squeeze enough. But fresh lime is good. If you wanted to add a little bit of heat, you can either add, which you will do, either a little bit of red chilli or green chilli chopped goes really well in here. Those of you who like a little bit of extra heat. So, juice of 1 lime. So, how's our quinoa getting on, Harry? Has the water absorbed yet? So everybody, I put the lid on, and if you can see, the water's absorbed. So there's no water left. So it's like rice. So I'm just going to leave that like that for a few minutes with the heat on and the lid on. And then I'm going to add it to the vegetables because those look like they're done as well. Okay. So again, pinch of salt. Pinch of salt, not a lot. Little bit of red chilli. If you like a little bit of heat, just gives you that the lemon and the lime and the avocado and all of that together works really well. And then all you do is you just mash up your avocado.
Mash it up.
Mash it up, John. Mash up session. John Bailey is an amazing trainer. He does the most amazing mash up sessions ever. And he is the man who's taught me how to do pull-ups and chins. I didn't even know I could do them. He taught me. So we need John to show us how we do that. John, you need to get some video stuff out there teaching everyone how to do chins. Because if I can do it, anyone can do it.
I can't do it.
You can, you're nearly there. You're nearly there.
I can do half.
Well, that's better than nothing. So, okay, just keep mashing up that avocado. Sorry, hands going as well. This is, thank you. Let's put that everywhere. This is a little bit hard, this avocado, but it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It will do. So, once you've got it all mashed up, this is great on toast. so yummy on toast. So yummy on with egg. If you put this on toast and then an egg on the top, some of you are thinking, yuck. But honestly, it's really good.
It doesn't keep better, but you've got to use it there.
This will go black if you. The lime helps to stop it going black, but it will start to discolour if you don't use it straight away. So no, you can't really use it. Okay, so
the vegetables are done.
They need done. I'll give them a quick stir, but I'm fine at the moment. I just want to finish the guacamole, please. So we need a little bit of coriander for that.
Hello, Deli Burgi.
A little bit of coriander to the guacamole. So far, I've not used any packet of anything, any sauce of anything, and we are going to have a really, 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 really good meal. And we don't need to buy stuff. I know this takes a little bit of time and effort, but honestly, it is so worth it. It tastes so good. There was somebody who tried the Thai green curry and just said, I can't believe I actually used packet Thai green curry. I'm not going to do that again. And it's great to use them when you're in a rush or whatever, but actually it doesn't take long to do these things. Honestly, it really
If you
doesn't.
can plan it, then you can make everything from scratch.
Okay, so that's guacamole, not desperately. I've got coriander all over my fingers. Got green fingers. Okay, so that's the guacamole there. I'm going to wash my hands and then I'm going to start on the quinoa. And actually, sorry, before I do that, I think I'm going to take the roasted butternut squash out and put the tofu in. So, roasted butternut squash, all done. All done. Super yummy, super delicious. These are ones, I've left the skin on them. Sorry, I'm going to come over here. I've left the skin on those because you can actually eat the skin. The chicken is doing really well. Very yummy. It's got a bit of fat there. As I said, if you don't want the fat, put it on cook it on a rack. Okay. I'm going to move that to the bottom because the chicken will not be ready in time. And that's going to go over the top. I'm going to drizzle that with a little bit of olive oil on each one. Okay. That will go in the oven. That won't take long to cook at all. Tofu is really, really quick.
So Rhea and Prash have joined us from upstairs.
Have they? Hi Rhea, hi Prash. Is it looking okay? Guacamole to your approval?
I think they're just hungry. I think they're just checking on their dinner.
Chicken's nearly done. Right, so the quinoa is done. If you have a look, sorry, it's very hot, steamy. The quinoa is done. If you look at it, it's like this, it's like flakes. Yeah, it's all nice, it's all separate. It's made with the stock, so it's got all the goodness of the vegetables in there as well.
Caroline, that was just, we were just drizzling oil on the butternut squash.
No, it was oil on the tofu.
Oh, yes.
I just drizzled oil on the tofu. Who was that?
Caroline.
Yeah, I just drizzled some oil on the tofu. That was tofu. But the other one that was in there already was the chicken. Okay, so.
Rhea's coming to lay the table.
Thank you, Rhea. So that's the quinoa. And it's just a case of stirring that all in. I think this might need a little bit more salt and a little bit more herbs. But there are some people on the 5 a.m. group, which I just love, that hadn't tried quinoa. Please try it if you haven't tried it. I know Caroline is a convert to quinoa. She makes a wonderful quinoa salad. And there's other people on the running group as well that do eat quinoa, because it is amazing. I'm going to add a little bit more salt to that because I have a feeling that won't have enough salt. I'm going to also add a little bit of coriander. If you don't want coriander, you don't have to. But I'm going to because it kind of it brings all the flavours together. Okay. I think what I'll just do after this is just go over what we've made, so that you are all aware of what we've had for dinner today, or what we're having. You can also add a bit of lemon to that as well, just to give it a bit of extra oomph. Okay, so today we have made paprika chicken, which is in the oven. So if I can show you that, it's in the oven under here. And these are chicken thighs. If you did it with chicken breasts, or you remove the skin of the chicken, that would make it less fattening. Okay, and I've done 2 chicken thighs per person for us, so that there's 6 of us eating this evening. And for the vegetarians, I've done tofu, paprika tofu. So I use the same mixture of paprika to rub the chicken and also to coat the tofu. If you wanted to, you could leave that overnight and do it. Otherwise, you can do it like I have just now. We've also made then the quinoa. So just vegetables, any vegetables you like. Just because I'm using peppers and whatever else, you don't have to. You could use peas, you could use asparagus, you could use spinach, you could use mushrooms. Any vegetable that you want to could go into that, and you can make it, keep that there. So it was just a case of cooking the...
Can I ask, is Desi 8? Des Goff?
Desmond Goff.
Welcome! Where have you been, my friend?
I have just had a brilliant session with Mr. Goff. I love my weight session with him. It's really, really cool. It's like
That's Mira's other trainer.
one of your PT goals. One PT goal is to train with your trainer. I've reached there. I'm there. I do weights with Des. Yes. Anyway, okay. So we've made that the quinoa, and by the way, he's probably going to be rude. I'm sure he's going to be rude. Anyway, and then
Ziva's going to give the tofu a try.
please give the tofu a try. It's really, really easy. And if you want more chili, add more chili. If you like it spicy, I know might be a few Indians on here who like it spicy, or even non-Indians, like Des likes it spicy. You could add more chili. Made the guacamole. Good fats, remember, lots of good fats. And we've got the butternut squash. So if you bought your packet of butternut squash, that's all soft now. If you bought a packet, it would have been peeled. These ones you can actually eat, then they don't need to be peeled at all. So they were just roasted with olive oil. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt to them, and a little bit of pepper. And I will put those in a dish ready to serve in a minute. Okay, so our guests have arrived, our royal guests.
We're just going to come and lay
Well,
the
royal
they're pretending that they just want to lay the table, actually just
Oh,
seeing how
I
far.
lay the table every day.
Really?
You know, they're very helpful. They're both very helpful. Harry, don't be mean.
Yeah, Harry,
Don't be mean. Harry, don't be mean.
Hashtag blame Harry, here we go.
Hashtag blame Harry. Harry's always to blame. Okay, so just to reiterate about the good fats. Just because something has got good fats, nuts, avocados, doesn't mean that you can eat as much of them as you want to, and that because they're healthy. So when something is healthy, it's still that doesn't equate to sort of calorie intake. It's just what I'm trying to get across there and get at to everybody as much as possible is you don't need to use packets to create flavors and tastes. You can do it at home, and that way you know exactly what you're putting in. So you're using paprika, and the paprika doesn't have anything in it. So just to reiterate, I did use paprika, and I use this paprika as well, which has got a little bit more heat in it. It smells like chorizo. And then this is you can also get this same as well, but I use these two to marinate the chicken and the tofu with garlic and lots of herbs and spices. But it was all natural, it's all there. I made that own rub myself. You can do it at home, then you know what goes in it. We're having butternut squash with it because it adds fibre, and I think it's got a really good range of vitamin B's as well. Look it up. And the other thing is, when somebody tells you something's good for you, look it up. Don't just believe them, because I don't. I kind of have a little bit of research and I think, well, why is that good for me? So do that. We're going to serve it with quinoa. Quinoa is a source of fibre and a source of protein. If you're vegetarian, this is your friend. If you're not vegetarian, this is still also your friend. But it's a super duper food. Just swap that for wherever you have rice or wherever you'd have couscous. And as I said, Caroline does a really good quinoa salad, which is really fabulous. It's such a versatile dish. And I'm going to switch that one off now. I am going to have a look at the tofu to see if that's done.
You're also going to show everyone what our portions are.
Yeah, I was going to do portions. Okay, so that's cooking away. That's got very little fat on there. Super healthy for you. I was going to show you how we do portion control. So Harry and I, very different builds, very different, you know, I don't know, we're just different. I seem to burn a lot of calories, probably don't put as many calories as I should in, and Harry is
burns calories but still puts it on. So
yeah, I'm not going to say that. But anyway, so hats off to Harry. What he's done is he's changed how he eats, and that's just really, really good. And for those of you who know Harry, he looks amazing now. He looks sort of half the man he was. And
I was a real porker before.
Yeah, no, but I've never done. I used to try for years to nag him, and it's not worth it. It doesn't work. It came from him, and he's understood it. John has helped him tremendously to understand food, exercise, and the whole thing, and that relationship, and he's done it. So I'm going to show you what the bowl that Harry eats out of. This is the bowl Harry eats out of.
That's Harry's bowl.
That's Harry's bowl. It's tiny. If we're looking at a plate, which is a dinner plate, that's a dinner plate.
So put that on top of that.
That's a bowl that Harry eats from. He will have 2 helpings because Harry's realised what he likes to do is have 2 helpings. So he feels whether he has a big dinner plate or whether he has this size small bowl, which fits in my hand like this, he's having 2 helpings, and that he then feels is like that fills him up.
Yeah,
so mentally.
So psychologically for me, I feel that I've gone up for seconds.
Yeah.
So I can pile that little bowl
With
high,
whatever
and I felt that, you know what, I've actually tucked in to a great meal, and I've had 2 portions of it, and that is me done.
Yeah.
And that's basically how I've managed to control my portions. Otherwise, the old Harry used to have 2 like this.
So that's my bowl. That's my size. Ria and Aneka as well. We all eat from this size. You know, for whatever reason, we're okay. We can eat it. It helps me to put my calories in, which I'm not good at. So I'm the other way. It's very strange. It's a very strange concept for people who are trying to lose weight to understand that there are some of us who find it hard to put those calories in, but good calories, not just cakes and sweets and stuff, but good calories. So I then eat out of this. So this is my bowl. So portion control is key. So if you're trying to maintain weight, lose weight, gain weight, portion control is key. And also kind of eating small bits through the day so you don't ever get sort of hungry, you don't ever get really, really hungry. Is important. Right, so can we dish up? I'm going to start dishing up. I'm going to dish up in one of these plates, in one of these bowls, so that you guys can see. Okay, so we're going to do...
Caroline, you've seen the new Harry. You've seen both the versions.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the quinoa going in.
Mmm.
Okay.
Tasty.
We have got some guacamole. And for those of you who see my Instagram pictures on Instagram, my Instagram pictures of food, it's one of those things. I don't make them up. This is how it is. I'm going to do some of these, couple of these. They're super delicious. Butternut squash, so good for you. Okay, there, and I'm going to add the tofu, which I think is cooked. So, tofu's coming out. That's it. Chicken is going to go on the top. That won't be too long, but I'm going to serve showing you the tofu, not the chicken, because I think some of you might want to go home and might want to go off and do something else. Okay, so let's do one. Two. That is that's dinner. That's a completely vegan meal. There's tofu, which has got protein, and it's packed with protein, and it's packed with good fats, and you've made it yourself, and it's full of goodness, and it is healthy for you because you've made it. There's nothing in here which I bought, and it didn't take me long. It took me a little bit longer than normal, but it didn't take me long. There's butternut squash, quinoa, guacamole, and the tofu. And the meat eaters are going to have chicken. Okay. So I'm really glad you joined me. I'm really happy that you're here with me. Next week is Christmas Day. So if I'm still cooking at 7 o'clock, there's something wrong. So we're not going to do a live of me cooking at 7 o'clock, really, no, because it'll all be over. We should be hopefully drunk and disorderly in the dining room, everyone eating desserts. But what I am going to do is a bit later this week, I'm going to do some different bits and pieces. So I think somebody wanted to do Arash wanted to do energy balls, so I'm going to do those. I'm going to make some black bean brownies, which I've been promising people that I would do because that's such an easy recipe and it's so good. And if you can get that in your kids, it's fantastic. And I might do a couple of other bits and pieces as well. So just some sweet things to some of those, maybe some of the cookies that I've been making at the moment as well. Those are great. So that will be another session we'll do. I will post out the date that we're doing that. But I hope you guys have a really nice evening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me. If you cook anything that I make, please hashtag me, #Mirabogle. It would be really useful. I want to see what you're making, not because I want to get famous. It's just not about that at all. It's all about I just want to help people eat better. I want you all to know that you guys can do this. It's not, I'm no different to the rest of you. So please, try the food out. Let me know how you get on. If it's not tasty, let me know. Really, really important. And I will be posting that recipe out as well. And my blog is going to start and my blog's going to go live in Jan. I'm so excited. New blog and everything, and it's going to be all organised. So it'll be lovely. Thank you, everyone.
Have a really good couple of shouts before we go.
Yes.
Hi to Holly. Hi to CP Coaching.
Hi.
Des, I promised to make you lunch.
Yes.
On
we
Wednesday.
Just said that. Both Des and I need lunch because it's Friday. Both Des and I need lunch because we miss out on our lunches. Harry makes lunch for Des and me. How cute is that? Super cute because we forget to eat. So he makes lunch for Des, he'll make lunch for me, and that means we both get our calories in because he's another one that doesn't get the calories in.
Exactly. I've got to look after my brother.
Yeah. Oh, so a little bit of bromance going on there.
Indeed.
Bromance. Right, okay, see you later. Have a really good evening, everyone. Bye.